Rob Longley with Lance Hornby of the Toronto Sun here at the MasterCard Centre, where the Leafs wrapped up what felt like about 5 hours of practice. It was closer to 2.5 probably by the time everything was said and done. They didn't practice yesterday, so we figured there'd be an emphasis on a workout today, and there sure was a good 20-minute bag skate at the end of it. But more notably, a smaller group. There were a bunch of cuts made, 16 over the last 2 days. And the big news coming out of today's action, Lance, was Joffrey Lupul was back, and what did he have to say afterwards?
A great sign that he is back. You know what, the back problem he's had dates back to his operation a couple of years ago. It was always an iffy thing with him, and when he didn't start, there was a lot of worry. But he's out there today, and the big thing about Joffrey Lupul is he doesn't need a lot of preparation. Last year, when he came back from his last injury, stepped right in, had a huge impact. So that's one good thing for the Leafs. Great to see him back from Toronto's perspective, and of course they got to hope over the course of an 82-game season he remains healthy. Yeah,
that's a big question with him. Obviously he's had injury troubles throughout his time here and in the NHL. Now he didn't do the full workout today. He skated hard for a half an hour. They evaluated and said let's go the rest of the half hour, so he ended up skating for a full hour, which the team considers quite a development for him, and Carlisle in fact figures that he'll be ready to go in one of the exhibition games perhaps as soon as this weekend. Now with the smaller group here, we've got 6 of the 8 preseason games remaining leading up to the October 1st home opener in Montreal. And I think, Lance, really this is the time when Carlisle and the coaching staff get down to the serious business of preparing for opening night, don't you?
Oh, for sure. They have to decide what is going to happen on defense. Of course, Cody Franson still isn't there, and that's going to be a big if. That means a couple of players will stay around a little later. Without Fraser McLaren, without Colton Orr, I think a couple of the bangers such as David Grohl and Jamie Devane may stay around a little longer. And of course, fans are quite interested how the Leafs fare in that respect, because they did lead the league in hits and in fighting majors last year, and that was a big part of them turning things around. So interesting few games coming up for Coach Randy Carlisle.
Yeah, that's about it for today, I guess. Tomorrow the Leafs are off to Ottawa, where they will play the Senators, the first renewal of the Battle of Ontario for this season. So for the Toronto Sun, I'm Rob Longley with Lance Hornby at the MasterCard Centre.